Hey everyone! So I am back with just a little quick setup video, I guess you can say. I made this altered book journal a while ago for a Disney trip that I was going to take, or that I did take the ending of last year, but I didn't use it as my album. I came back home with a lot of photographs and it just I didn't see how it could fit in here. So I am off to Disneyland in California the ending of October, which is basically in a month. And I've decided, since I've already made this for a previous Disney trip, I was going to use it for this one, only because I will only be doing Disney 2 full days and then the Mickey Halloween party one night. So I feel like I won't have that many photos for that, and it'll fit into this journal that I made. So this is an altered book journal. I made it like how I do all of my altered book journals. I actually have a class on big picture classes where I teach you how to make a journal like this from a book. This was actually a Alice in Wonderland book, so when I open it up, you'll see I used a lot of the Alice in Wonderland papers, the book pages in here. So yeah, so what I did was what I ended up having to do was I had to extend the spine. So this is a bit of chipboard that I used to extend the spine, but the front and the back covers are the Alice in Wonderland book. And all I did was covered it in fabric. I covered it in this pink floral fabric, and on the front I use a lot of chipboard pieces. This When You Wish Upon a Star, it's fitting, right, for Disney. It's from the Crepe Paper Cute Girl collection, and so is this star. These chipboard stars are from an old Studio Calico kit. This is a puppy sticker actually, and so is this one. And those are from Felicity Jane. And these are also from the Crepe Paper Cute Girl. Then this little fringed heart here is from the Crepe Paper Maggie Holmes balloon collection. And I believe that this little bow, it's a resin bow, is also from an old, not crepe paper, old Studio Calico kit. So, these are the colors that I was going for. They're very soft and muted pastels. And I just love this. This fits so perfectly When You Wish Upon a Star. So that is how I have my front cover. On the spine you can see, this one's a little crooked, this insert here, the first one, but I have 4 signatures, and I actually hole punched with my We Are Memory Keepers big sturdy, crocodile hole punch. I hole punched there and I put an eyelet, and I actually strung this chain through it, and I have a bunch of little dangly bits hanging. So I made a nice little charm. These fabric bows they were from a Planner Society kit. This, of course, you know, it's Maggie Holmes. These tassels are also from Maggie Holmes. These buttons are from oh my goodness, Paige Evans, her Fancy Free collection, and this is from her Pick Me Up collection. And then I have these little teacups, which I thought was fitting with the whole Alice in Wonderland theme. I got these at Michael's, and these little saucer and another. So I have a nice little charm that sort of matches the theme and the color scheme and everything. So like I said, I repurposed a Alice in Wonderland book. My inside is kind of wonky. I actually put a fabric lining in here, and then I should have put the paper over it, but it's fine. I don't mind it at all. Yeah, so the book that I used was Alice in Wonderland, so I kind of kept with that theme a little bit, but generally it's just general Disney, and a lot of the papers that I used were Crepe Paper's Little You collection, and it's one of their baby collections, but I really like the pastel colors, and I actually bought the digital paper, and I printed a lot of it on like vellum. Like this first one is a digital paper from the Crepe Paper Little You. You can get all the Crepe Paper digitals from AC Digitals, which is American Crafts Digitals. I will leave a link down below because a lot of this book is digital paper. So the first paper here for the first insert is this vellum. So I printed off this paper. It's like a star paper, and this little star has a happy little face on it. I printed it off on vellum because I wanted to see through the title page here. And this, I will leave, I would try to leave the link down below to this. This is also a freebie. It's the Project Mouse. I forgot the two women who created one. One of them is Brittany, and I always forget the other one. I will leave hopefully a link down below to where you can find these digitals. These are digitals. Most of it is Project Life, but a lot of it is just digital scrapbooking kits. And this was a freebie on one of their blogs, and it was just the letters on the, you know, the Disney style, like on the Disneyland, what you call it, the sign, and it had these little shapes behind it. And so all I did was I had to put them together in Photoshop, and I created a little Disneyland. And you might have seen this in my Disney World mini album, because I also did the same thing for that album. So this one I just did, my little star came off on the front. I just did Disneyland, and I just kind of stapled it onto this vellum here. So that's the front. And then, of course, the intro page. I use the page from the book. I don't think I had to cut any of these down, maybe just a tad. Yeah, so I used the intro page, Alice in Wonderland, the Looking Glass, and a lot of these pages from the book is also in here. This is actual a paper, double-sided paper from the crepe paper Cute Girl, because I mixed that in with the digitals of the little U, and I used some Felicity Jane paper in here as well, as I think there was another paper from Dear Lizzie. I try to mix the colors. So the color scheme that I'm going for is this paper right here, all of these colors, and so I kind of took papers that had those colors and really matched really well. Another thing that I did was I put some of these Project Light, like pocket page insert things in here. So these were the Instagram, like the 2x2 Instagram. All I did was cut off like the part where the holes were, and I folded them so that they creased in a certain way. So I have I have 6 boxes here, and on the other side at the back I have the other 6. These are the Simple Stories ones, the 6x8 Simple Stories ones, and I did that so that I can have pocket pages in this book as well. And so I already started adding things to this. So this is sort of like a setup video. I'm showing you how, like, what I made, and then I've already started putting stuff in it. So a lot of it is printables. I will leave the link down below to my vintage Disney Pinterest board, and that's where a lot of these illustrations come from. These are the conceptual illustrations when they're, you know, when the illustrators for the cartoons are drawing up the characters, you know, before they do the animations. And all I did was clean them up a bit in Photoshop and printed them out in black and white. And so, and I shrunk them down so that they fit 2x2s. So I will leave that Pinterest board down. It's filled with different Disney vintage ephemera that you can just easily print out and include in your Disney albums. I have the table of contents here, I love it. I have a lot of these paper clips holding different bits. So this is a Maggie Holmes carousel. It was a freebie on her blog. And so I just like this swan tag, and I printed it out. So this book sort of has a little, you know, it's very pastel-y and cute, but it also has this sort of vintage feel to it as well. This is what I'm talking about. So I have that whole entire Pinterest board is filled with Disney ephemera like this. So this was a Disney pamphlet. This is a guided tour. These are old, people scanned these in from way back when in the 50s. And all I did was printed them out. I surrounded some of the corners, and I have my own sort of vintage Disney ephemera. This is a crepe paper little U paper that I printed, and what I did is printed both sides. So this is a printable. Some more book pages. This is another printable. This is another one of those Disney ephemera bits that I printed off, and I have the crepe paper little U paper clips throughout holding these things in, as well as these the colored paper clips. So I like this. It's the Disney princesses wearing different things from these specific years, the years that the movies came out. And I like that because I'm gonna do Dapper Day, and so I thought this was fitting to have this here. And then these are the opposites. Again, I have those illustrations, and then I went ahead and I started embellishing. So I have these stickers, these clear stickers from the Simple Stories Say Cheese collection, and I put some star sequins in there already, and this one has the back side as well. And I try to mix and match, so you see the pink in Minnie's dress here matches this pink here, so I kind of stuck to this color scheme and everything. So this is the first signature here. So the second signature, this paper is from the Hip Kit Club. It was an exclusive paper, and again it just matches the pie, complements the stars. Another little U paper that I printed on vellum. Here is another little pocket. This is a 4x6 pocket that had two 3x4 slots, and in here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it is an acetate piece. It says Smiles from Ear to Ear, and this is also from the Simple Stories Say Cheese. I think it's from the Say Cheese 2 collection, and they're just kind of photo overlays, so if I wanted to put a photo back there, I could. Again, another one of those cute little U crepe paper clips. This is that paper that I printed it on vellum over here. I think this is the only actual paper from the Little U collection that I bought as a 12x12. So I have that there. I have another one of those vintage Disney ephemera bits that I printed out. This was another pamphlet, and so I love how that looks there. And then this is the opposites, another one of those clips. This is the other pocket, and you see they hold 3x4 cards, so I have this here. This is also from the Project Mouse. That was a freebie on one of the ladies' blogs. And it says, I can't keep calm, I'm going to Disney. And then this is this was a cut apart from the Little U, and it says, sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in our hearts. I just kind of put things in here that felt really cutesy, very Disney-like, and things like that. Another one of those vintage Disney ephemera pieces that I printed off, and that's the second one. So this is the third signature here, and it starts off with a book page. This is the Dear Lizzie paper. I wanted some of that yellow in here, and I love this paper. Now what I did was that the back of this paper was, I believe you can still see it, it was like this really dark kind of mauvish purple kind of color, and it was really dark and it just didn't fit. So what I did was I had these pages from a Japanese diary magazine, and it brings in more of that vintagey feel to it, and so I kind of like this better. So all I did was glue it on. This here needs to be covered up because I couldn't, like the way I cut it didn't cut off that little piece there, but I'll probably do like a little cluster there or something so that it covers that little tag there. But that's what I did for that page. Here's some gold foil vellum. This one is from a Maggie Holmes collection. I think it was from Open Book, and I like it's dictionary pages, but it says camera. It's the definition of camera. This paper is a Felicity Jane paper. Again, another one of that Disneyland ephemera. And in that Pinterest album, I have both Disneyland and Disney World, Walt Disney World ephemera pieces. And a lot of it is interchangeable, like the characters, but a lot of them do say Disneyland. And so a lot of the old 50s looking ones are Disneyland, but there are some Disney World. So if you're going to Disney World, there are some printables, ephemera pieces that you can find there too. I put this car here, I don't know why. It's from I think it's Embellishments die cut. But this is one of those pockets. This paper is a Maggie Holmes paper. I think it's from her Gather collection. I just really like the swans, and the colors of course match. And then this is the opposite. This pocket I actually filled up with a bunch of acetate pieces. these little acetate pieces are from the Crepe Paper Little U. I actually did buy the ephemera pack, like the actual physical pack. And yeah, this one has that little star with the smiley face, and this says love, and this little bird. And, you know, just cutesy things that I think fit well with the whole Disney theme. And these are the opposite. So this is that paper that I covered up here. I mean, it does match, but I don't know, I really liked this this vintage Ferris wheel, because I am doing I'll do a lot of LA sightseeing as well, so I'm not sure yet if I want to document both Disney and the whole LA trip, because it's a little less than a week, and I think it'll all fit in here, so. But I just really love that. And you know how Disneyland, the California Adventure, has the Mickey Ferris wheel, so, you know. And then the whole park is very vintage, you know, it's very 50s, you know, that feel to it, so I like that. So I kept this one blank, you know, just as it is, and it's fine. And that's the end of the third one, and so this is the last one. This paper is from the Crepe Paper Cute Girl. It has these little kittens, I love it. This paper was very harsh, so what I did was I just used a credit card and scraped a bit of white gesso on it, so that it kind of mutes it just a tad. And you can hear I already went ahead and did some little decorating. Another Mickey piece, I think this is also from the Project Mouse, and then this was from a Project Life kit that I got, but I love that phrase on the card. This is this magic moment, so I just cut it out and put it there. That is from the Crepe Paper Little U ephemera. This piece, I like it because the colors match this blue back here, but I might take it out, and it's from a Cocoa Daisy, I think, printable. So this one's a different configuration. This one is a 3x4 and then two 2x2s on the top. This paper is a Paige Evans, actually, Take Me Away collection paper. The colors just match so well. Another one of those ephemera pieces. Another Crepe Paper Little U paper that I printed off on vellum. This is another Felicity Jane paper. I love these roses. I thought these little black and white roses matched so well for like the whole Alice in Wonderland themed thing, you know. And then it just repeats. This is the other side. This pocket, I put some things back here. I think this is also from the Project Mouse. It's basically Walt and holding Mickey's hand, this watercolor. Again, I will try to leave all the Project Mouse links down below, or at least a main link, and you can just search through everything. And then this paper was the back of that cat paper, which was this paper that I didn't really like. Again, I took a Daphne's Diary paper for one of the magazines. Very, very vintage. Loved the colors, loved the balloons. It's very, this is the last page, so I thought, you know, the car driving that way and the balloons floating is a nice end to the little book. So of course I just glued it in here. And then of course I have the cats in the back. So that is my little, I'm gonna have to glue that down. But that is my little Disneyland book here. And again, you know, I put little things in here, but I also did create like a little kit, because I'm not sure if I want to take it with me and document on the go, or leave it home and then document it, you know, do it when I come back with all the pictures or anything. But I do have a kit. I always make a kit for these types of projects. I have some extra book pages. I have these stickers from Webster's Pages, and I believe it's from their Love Story collection. I found it at Joann's on clearance, and it's like alpha stickers, and then these, and like the sentiments are really nice. I like the swans, and it matched the color scheme, so I'm definitely going to use these stickers when I go ahead and document my trip. And then I pulled out a bunch of other little things in here. I have some more like sort of vintage printables, and I just want to quickly show you. I keep everything in a little baggie like this, but I pulled out things. I have these banners that I have from my old Studio Calico kit, and they're very whimsical, and I'm just like, the colors match, so I decided to throw those in there. I have these are printables from Cocoa Daisy. Cocoa Daisy has a lot of really cute planner-esque printables, but like these are labels. there's a whole sheet of these, and so I printed them out because the colors matched. I have these pieces here. These are little jars, and this was actually from a Dear Lizzie Project Life kit, and I just fussy cut the jars out. Then I have some pieces here from the actual Little You collection. Again, these are from Dear Lizzie. I think it's from her Neapolitan. I just fussy cut the images out. That's how you can use up your Project Life cards, by the way. If you have, if you have those really big kits of Project Life, you're never going to use 606 cards. It's ridiculous. So what I tend to do is, if, a lot of them have like graphics on it, so I fussy cut them, and now I have ephemera pieces. So I thought those were cute. Then I have a lot of pieces from the Maggie Holmes Carousel collection, because that collection is very whimsical, and it's very, like, this magical is perfect, and it's very carnival themed, and so I have some pieces of those. These are, I guess this is with the tickets for the rides back then. I found these scans, somebody scanned these, and these are, I guess, how the tickets were for the rides at Disneyland. And so of course I printed them out, and I hole punched these guys, and so now I have these vintage ephemera pieces, and I have tons of those. Like, this is another one. This tag is actually from Crepe Paper's Notes and Things. I just liked it. I have these are cut apart pieces from the Bloom Maggie Holmes collection. I have a lot of Maggie Holmes here. I think this is Chasing Dreams. This is from an older Maggie Holmes. This is just a piece, like, sort of a book ledger paper cut apart from the Fairy Tale Club. This is more of that Disneyland stuff. So these are like tickets and stuff like that. And so you can find all of these on that Pinterest board that I'm going to link down below. And so I just printed them out. Again, I have a lot of Carousel in here. This is also Maggie Holmes. It was a printable from one of her classes. I forgot what I think this map is from Chasing Dreams. And of course, I had to include these from the Carousel because they're so cute. One of my pen pals actually sent me this postcard. It's actually the river, what is it, the Tom Sawyer, I don't know what it's called, the river, whatever, from Disneyland. It's an old Disneyland postcard, so I put that in here as well. This is a printable from, it's a digital actually, from Crepe Paper's Poolside. But I thought, I just threw it in there. And then this card is from a cut apart from the Fairy Tale Club. The Fairy Tale Club, I used to be on their design team, and all the kits are Disney inspired, so I had to throw something in there. And so this is like the little, just a little kit that I have already put together, that when I go in to document this trip, I already have bits of ephemera on top of like the bits of ephemera that I'm gonna get on my trip. I always, save receipts and pamphlets and all sorts of things. Like if I can get stuff at the park, I save them and put them in here along with my pictures and stuff. So I kind of put together just a little kit, and then of course I have the other bits of ephemera that are already in the book. And I just kind of wanted to come on and show you a little setup, how I made my book, how I, gathered up a little kit of things to use before hopefully I come back and show you a full flip through of this completed and filled. It's been sitting on my desk. You might have, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this book. And I know some of you asked, oh, can we see what's in there? There's nothing in there yet. It's just I was setting it up. But I've had it made for over a year now. And again, I was going to use it for a previous Disney World trip, but I ended up doing a binder. And if you saw my last Disney World album video flip through, I will leave a link to that down below as well. That's the book. That's the trip that was supposed to be in here, but it ended up being too much, like too many photos for it to fit in here. And I actually kind of like this better for California. It is a smaller park, and I'm not spending that much time there. And so I think I can fill this up with all of my park stuff and maybe the 3 days that I have to sightsee LA, and can fit in here. And it'll just be a very Disney themed, kind of retro, pastel-y vintage mini album. And so I just kind of want to come on and show you this. I've been slowly, adding stuff to it. I haven't really been doing anything. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know I'm in a little kind of creative little block here, so I haven't posted much here on my YouTube channel, so I kind of wanted to jump on and show you this since I was adding a few stuff into it the other day. And this trip is it's coming up close. I have a month left till I leave, so I kind of wanted to show you before, and then of course when I come back and it's all filled up and everything, I will show you a flip through of it completed. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you that, and you know, I'm hoping to film some more videos. I made some journals that will be up soon, and yeah, I just gotta organize myself. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much again for watching and following along, and I will see you all next time. Bye!